Well, they're underway now, so they're rolling off. It'll just be a question of how used the drivers are to having rolling starts. If I remember rightly, there were very few of them in last year's championship, so let's see how they deal with it.
And we are going to get that over the next couple of laps. They're going to get a hefty amount in. Stu McFadden coming round the final corner, and look at that, he's already side by side with Paul Hayhoe, and we get ready to go racing there. Car slightly out of order. Stu McFadden sets them off. We get racing here, and it was an interesting start, we'll put it that way. That's going to be Ryan Martin side by side with Paul Hayhoe. Hayhoe keeps that position round the outside then, but Stu McFadden getting a little bit of a gap, and thankfully, like I was hoping, we've avoided that turn one stramash there, John.
Yeah, we have, yeah, and I think it was a good call to go for the rolling start. It just got everyone up to speed, literally, going over the lines.
For 14th and 15th position, but up the front then, Stu McFadden leads Paul Hayhoe, leads Ryan Martin, Will Fox up there in 4th position. You've got a fight here for 2nd place, so as Ryan Martin trying to have a little bit of a go here, up through into Druids, down the hill then, back over the left-hander at Graham Hill Bend along the Cooper Street here. And this is just music to the ears of Stu McFadden, because while these three cars are fighting here, John, he is able to stretch out a fantastic 7/10, 8/10 of a second gap here.
Which at this level actually is quite a useful little lead to have at this stage in the race.
Certainly is. Here's what happened to Matty Chambers then.
Yes.
Unprovoked through it, just sort of had an accident all himself, and you've got some cars trying to make their way up on the inside there, getting their way around. But with the pace these three are doing, he may very well come back into it in 2 or 3 laps time. Meanwhile then, Stu McFadden still leads Ryan Martin from Will Fox. You've got Paul Hayhoe in 4th, Tom Stevens in 5th, Chris Pawley in 6th, Chris Bolland in 7th, Adam Barron in 8th place, Craig Dunn in 9th, and then you've got King in 10th as well, James King. What a race we have had here for this first round. Scintillating stuff. We've only got a couple of minutes left to go. You had a look at the inside there, did Ryan Martin, but you saw Stuart McFadden just drifting out a little bit wide there. But this is it. This is going to be the chance, surely, for Ryan Martin. No, not quite close enough. Not quite getting the overlap. And Stu McFadden just getting the better run out of that final corner here, as to the outside has a look from Fox, tries to drag that corner around the outside. You've got a puff of smoke as the car goes off into the background here. This is all starting to get very, very fighty indeed here, as a little bit of a connection issue there from Stu McFadden, but Ryan Martin still having to watch his mirrors and watch that car in front with just 2.5 minutes left here, John.
So those back markers, the first of them, and again, good disciplined driving from the guy.
No! Big mistake there from Will Fox coming into the final corner there. Contact with Ryan Martin. The two of them will get back on there, but that was an absolute howler there from Will Fox there. Nothing more than a bona fide mistake and an accident there. No intent whatsoever, but Stu McFadden comes across the line to win race 1. Paul Hayhoe, out of absolutely nowhere, is going to be rather delighted, I would think, with that one. 2nd place for him. Tom Stevens, out of nowhere, gets 3rd place. Chris Pawley in 4th position. Chris Bolland in 5th. Ryan Martin then coming across the line in 6th position. Adam Barron in 7th. Will Fox in. And the reason I'm racing through that is because we are under a standing start this time. No rolling start this time, so we get the best of both worlds. It's Tom Stevens now, up around the outside, so into the lead goes Tom Stevens. Ryan Martin caught napping there, as we've got 3 wide, Chris Pawley, Will Fox and Paul Hayhoe all fighting it out. Who is going to come out on top into the 3rd corner here? And again, they're also very well behaved here, but that looks like a little bit of an incident further back. Slater goes back, but great run there, and that is Will Fox off into the grass there. Exit stage right. Yeah, I'm sure that wasn't in the plan there, John. But well, that was a wild move there, John, from Matty Chambers there. I don't know if you saw it going sideways, and that's a car straight off. That is Finch down in 19th position, and that was a brutal hit there for John Finch. Exiting stage right there, went flying off into the barrier at the exit of Paddock Hill Bend there. Let's get a replay actually of what happened there. It does look like it was contact there.
Was he a
from the
nudge?
car behind. Yeah, it does look like that was a little bit of contact from the car there. And well, I'm an optimistic person there, John, but I'm not sure that's gonna buff out. Jinx it. However, back to the lead of the race then, as Ryan Martin takes the lead from Tom Stevens. Beautiful move up the inside. Got that move started at Paddock Hill Bend through Pilgrim's Rise and just took the inside line at Druids there. Meanwhile, having a look up the inside then, this is the battle for 6th, 7th and 8th then. Chris Darnell moves up the inside there. Beautiful, beautiful move there from Chris Darnell. Telegraphed that nicely, but it looks like Paulie takes that position back there. And this is swings and roundabouts, and you're going to have James King fancying a move up the inside. King is going to move up into 8th position here. Maybe spurred on a little bit from that pressure behind from the RAF car, the 186 of Chris Boland. In these. That's a moment. That's, yep, Craig Dunn,
yeah,
the 2022 season champion. Heavy contact with the wall, and that is going to be that race over for the number 84 car. That is a hard hit into the wall there, and that car looks done and dusted. This is what happened to your 2022 season champion. Just a little bit of oversteer coming out of Graham Hill Bend. They're running onto the grass. The car over rotates and it's straight into the wall. It's on for dear life for that second position, and that is going to be a little bit of gravel off in the background there. You've got all hell kicking off. Glenn Griffin for the RAF in the background there. You've got a little bit further back still in the grass as well. That's Barry Abbott that's been caught up in that one as well. Again, more damage to these cars here. Minutes left to go in this race. Let's take a replay of what happened to Glenn Griffin. He's all by himself there, makes the mistake there, and that is just so easy to do. The car off balance there, John, under braking for that first corner there, tries to hold on to it, and that is going to be a horrible, horrible hit there. Nothing you can do from the car, either from Glenn Griffin's point of view or from Barry Abbott, either way. And at which point both cars just an absolute passenger in that accident there. Will Fox takes that position, but what can we see with Tom Stevens and Chris Boland? Is it going to happen? Not quite yet. Ryan Martin, though, makes it 3 out of 4 for the championship so far. He's the one to watch so far. Ryan Martin wins here at Brands Hatch Indy race number 2. Tom Stevens finishes in 2nd place. Chris Boland will come across the line in 3rd position. And then it is the battle for everyone else. Adam Bam is going to finish in 4th. Paul Hayhoe across the line in 5th, and Chris Bawley in 6th position. But again, John, we've seen a very, very scrappy race too, and a lot of big names that we would expect to see at the top of the order there, not able to make a dent into this race.